Okay, welcome to part 2, ECO 501, section 2, summer, spring 2022. So in this part, we're going to discuss different components of this course, how the assessments will be made, what is expected from you and what you can expect from me, and how we will be sharing the resources, where you can get the resources, how you can get the resources, etc., etc. So I'll just directly jump into the screen. Can you see the slides?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, we can see.
Okay, lovely.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So I'll make this slide available after the class. So as I said, this is my name, Asrarul Islam Chaudhary, or Asrar Chaudhary if you read the Daily Star. And I'm a professor of economics at Jangir University, and I've been a part-time teacher at Brack University, and this is the only course I've taught here. So my research interests are public economics, education economics, and game theory. This is the email that I'll be using. This is the Brack University email. So if you have any kind of query, just shoot me an email. I normally respond back within with 6 hours maximum. And this is my mobile. So if you need to get in touch with me, send an SMS. I'll get back to you. And let me stop here. Please don't send me messages in Messenger. Okay, because that's very informal. So if you send me an email, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, so this thing I think you know already, that until further notice, all the classes will be online, and the video lectures can be found in my Brack University YouTube channel, which I can show you right now. Where is it? This is not it. Oh, this is our Facebook group. Can you see?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can take a screenshot of this particular screen, and on the top there's also the group ID 32715, etc. So if you just send me a request, I'll add you. This will be the portal where most of the resources won't be available, but at least if I have a very important news to send or something, emergency, I'll post here. If there is some assignments or etc. other notices, I will be using this group. Okay, and where is it? Oh, this is my Brack University YouTube channel. So you get it in the slides. So if you subscribe to it, you'll get all the videos that we've done before. These for top 3 are videos of section 1 with the class that was happening on Saturday. So if you just click here, you'll be able to see everything. So I would request that you subscribe to this channel, the YouTube channel, and you'll get the links later on. And the objective of the online classes is we'll discuss contents online. Okay, and we'll try to discuss relevant examples to back the theory, which I said in the last part. And we will discuss practice questions. There we will be having interactive discussions. And at the end of each discussion class, I'll take 10 minutes or something to brief you on what we will be discussing in the next week. So once we finished our discussion, etc., then the last 10 to 12 minutes, I'll summarize what we will be discussing the next week, where you can get the resources, what to follow, etc. References, I shall provide the references from my side, or all the PDFs, etc. And Facebook group, we've just seen this right now. So if you just ask me to add you, I'll add you. Acha. Then what I'm going to do, there's 2 Google Classrooms. One is for section 1, which is not your section. This is the section 2. I'll send you the links later on after class, okay? This ECO 501 section 2, this is the Google Classroom for your section. I'll send you the invitation link, and this is the invite code as well. you can take it now and join yourself. Okay, I should stop myself here. Except for one or two people in this particular section, everybody is having at least their second semester at BRAC, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Except for one or two. Okay. So those of you for whom it is not your first semester, second, third, or even more, you must have a BRAC G Suite account by now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So this particular classroom, I had to open it via the BRAC University account. So since this is the BRAC University program, so if you want to enroll into this classroom, you have to use your G Suite account. So everybody who is not first semester, most of the class is second semester. So I hope you don't have any problem enrolling into the classroom. Those of you for whom it is your first semester, please get the G Suite account as soon as possible. If you don't need it now, you'll be needing it later at some point. Okay?
Sir,
So-
we already have a G Suite account.
Yeah, I know. But this is
But this
for,
is the first semester and first class, and they provide me a G Suite account.
my God, then they must be very prompt, huh? If this is your
Yes,
first,
sir.
no, that's nice to know. I'm just saying on the safe side, if by any chance, you know. No, that's interesting.
Yes.
Things fast in Bangladesh, huh? Okay, so there you adding section 2. Acha, what's the next one? Okay, this is since both the section classes are going to be online, we could miss classes for two reasons. We could have a national holiday falling on a Saturday or Tuesday. Right? For example,
Yes, sir.
21st February, it's a national holiday. If it's on Friday, it's a holiday. Friday is a weekday, but since it's a national holiday, if there is any official activities, it's a holiday that day. So Saturday or Tuesday, if any one of the two classes is missed due to a national holiday, what I'll do, I'll take a combined class in the other day. So if Saturday is the holiday, I'll take the class on Tuesday. If Tuesday is the holiday, I'll take the class on Saturday. Now, in that case, what will happen? Attendance will not be mandatory. If for any reason, one of the classes is missed and I have to take a combined class, then attendance won't be mandatory. And another thing is, if I have to miss a class for whatever reason, what happens if I don't take the class of your section, then I might have taken the class of the other section. So what happens? There will be a mismatch. So in that case, I'll also take the combined class, but the combined class you don't have to it's not mandatory to attend, but the videos will be made available later on. So that won't be a problem. This is in the case that these things can happen. So now what do we do? Acha, this is the place where you want to talk about the thing. Okay. Those of you for whom it is your first semester, probably you are not aware. Those of you for whom it is your second or third semester, or you have done studies at BRAC in the undergrad, the assessment has one component which is attendance. And that attendance is 5%. So what they requested us this semester to track your attendance. The logic is because the last few semesters we've had some embarrassing experiences. People don't attend the classes. They don't even they don't even bother to turn out. So this time they've asked us to ensure that attendance is maintained. So what I'm going to do, I'll tell you on Friday, because at the moment there's a debate between all the teachers in an email thread on how to address the issue. I've got one thing in my head which I can't tell you now because I didn't tell it to the previous section. ঠিক আছে যেহেতু আগের সেকশন থেকে
Okay, sir.
so that's why I can't tell it to you now. What I'll do, I'll make a video on Friday. I'll make a video available on Friday. I'll tell you how I'll take the attendance during your class. Okay, and I'm not going to disturb anyone with you. যে এরকম না যে Mr. Suraj Agarwala Hey, Suraj Agarwala, have you just entered right now? Unmute, unmute.
Sir,
So, sir, I'm saying that I have actually added in 650.
Okay, no problem. Are you from Bangladesh?
Yes, sir, I'm from Bangladesh, sir.
Really? Agarwala surname, I haven't seen it before. Oh, interesting. Okay, কি জন্য বলছিলাম? I forgot what I said.
স্যার ফ্রাইডেতে বলবেন কিভাবে করবেন আর আমাদের ডিস্টার্ব করবেন না নাম নিয়ে নাম নিয়ে
Don't disturb any one of you. বলছে যেমন আমি সুরজ আগারওয়ালা প্রেজেন্ট স্যার, সামিয়া সাবা প্রেজেন্ট স্যার, মনীষা রাত্রি প্রেজেন্ট স্যার, এইভাবে করবো না। ঠিক আছে? This smart ways of doing things, and the thing is we are all adults here and it's very embarrassing asking names like this. ঠিক আছে? So I thought about something. I'll make it available on video on Friday. Okay, so
You can take a screenshot. It will be convenient.
who said that?
Sir, Samia.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. But the trouble is, you see, since I haven't told it to the other section, I can't tell it to you now formally, okay? I'm a screenshot in Ibo. Screenshot in digital money. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Then you put your video on. I'll take the screenshot and then I'll log later on, okay? But sometimes I might not. Mr. Sheikh Mohammed, how are you? Anjuman Arashilpi, how are you? Etc. Okay, so that was this thing. Okay, so for assessment, 5 marks is gone there. Next assessment is your class assessment. Third and fourth are your midterm and your final exam. So if you're familiar with the private university system, midterm and final exam is usually conducted by the department or the program. BRAC will also do that this semester. The midterm and the final exam will be done in person. That's what the plan is until now. Everything still depends on the pandemic. If the pandemic starts to spike, then probably people will change their decisions. But the final exam and the midterm, whatever format your university takes it, I'll compile with it, and it will be in-person exams. Okay. So how do we do our class assessments? The class assessments will be divided into 2 components. One will be take-home exams. Take-home exams will be in the form of assignments. So, for example, if I want to give you assignment in your section, if somebody is in the car in the traffic, thank you. So, if I want to give an assignment to you guys, I'll give it today, and then I'll discuss the assignment with you. ঠিক আছে? I'll discuss that these are the 3 things I'd like the assignment question is asking, or these are the 2 things that the assignment is asking. You can ask a question as well. We'll discuss it and then you submit the assignment 3 or 4 days later in Google Classroom. These are the take-home exams, okay? And that will definitely be typed. You do it since it's going to be a take-home exam. Now, how do we maintain academic integrity with the take-home exams? Number 1, I'll do a Turnitin test. Are you familiar with the Turnitin?
Yes,
No, sir.
yes, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Those who aren't, Turnitin is not a plagiarism tester.
It's in Google Classroom, right, sir? Turn in your option.
Turnitin option is in Google Classroom, but only 5 you can check for free. 5 scripts. After that, you need a premium account. The Google account that we
Is
have,
everyone having network issue?
I'm not having. Are you?
No, sir.
No, I'm not having network issue.
no, sir.
Okay, so basically, the Turnitin, what Turnitin does, for example, if you write Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh, এই জিনিসটা বহু জায়গায় আছে না ইন্টারনেটে, Turnitin এটা ক্যাচ করে বসে থাকবে। আচ্ছা, for example, you write the sample size of the study is 60. এই জিনিসটা বহু জায়গায় আছে না নানান রকম জার্নালে, the sample size is 60, or we are doing a t-test, or we're doing
Yes,
this.
sir.
These are very common things, right? Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. etc., etc. So Turnitin, what Turnitin does, Turnitin checks similarity. Particular sentence is similar to an external source. Now, if the Turnitin check finds that you guys মানে কারো লেখা দুইটা প্যারাগ্রাফ পর পর হুবহু মিলে গেছে, that is plagiarism.
Yes, sir.
ঠিক আছে?
Yes, sir. We know that.
To say something? কেউ কিছু বলতে চাইছেন? আচ্ছা,
But sir, sorry, I'm Shajit Ehsan. So I
Hello.
have a small queries that sometimes some sentences cannot be rephrased. So that might be like plagiarized. So how we are gonna sort that?
you put it in the inverted comma and then you write the source.
Okay.
To be or not to be.
Okay.
Shakespeare had a famous quote, right? There's no way you can say that this is your own word. To be or not to be. Huh? So you just write it here, put it in the inverted comma, and that will solve the problem. When the time comes, I'll tell you guys what to do.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
I'll tell you what are the common problems that happen, and in the first semester, I'll be lenient. Once you see how it works, then you can improve for the second and the third one, okay? Plus, whatever experience you gather in this course, you can use it in another course. You know, lots of other teachers will be using Turnitin. So what we are going to do, so that the first one was the take-home exam. The second type of exams will be time-bound exams. What are time-bound exams? I'll give the exam in Google Classroom. I'll give you, say, 30 minutes time. Within this 30 minutes, you will have the time-bound exam will be during class time. If I plan to take a time-bound exam next week, I'll declare this week. ঠিক আছে? So that you are mentally prepared and you know that you have to be available to take the exam. So if the class starts at 6:30, the time-bound exam will start at say 6:45. ঠিক আছে? So 15 minutes you get in order to be prepared to, and then you have your camera on, number one, and within that 30 minutes you write down in your own handwriting. ঠিক আছে? Then you get some time to scan the paper and then upload in Google Classroom. I think some of you have already done this type of exams, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
Can we type in Word file, sir?
no, I'll give if I give you half an hour time, it's better you. I'll be asking you to write down in a piece of paper with your handwriting.
Okay, sir.
Yes, and the time-bound exam is going to be something very silly. I might just ask you to write 2 paragraphs on something. I want to see whether you have written something on your own. ঠিক আছে? What I'm more interested in is that you have understood the concept and whether you can apply that concept to the real world. Okay?
Okay,
So-
sir, got it.
Now where are we? Let's get back. Okay, so the you can see the screen. Yeah, you can see it now. So the take-home assignments are basically you'll get 3 to 4 days time. So at the end of a Tuesday class or the end of a Saturday class, whatever, I'll give you an assignment. You will get some days to submit. Okay, this may not be each Tuesday. Acha, এটা দরকার নাই আপাতত। Plagiarism check. I'll give details later. আচ্ছা, এটা পরে।
So one more question. Is there any makeup option? Because as due to my office, sometimes I do have to travel in a lot of places. So I might have, as I work with BRAC NGO, so in communication, so sometimes I had to have to travel. So is there any option for the makeup one if I can't make it?
From historical experience, you see, you're the world's greatest problem to you, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear you.
মানে তোমার প্রবলেমটা তোমার কাছে সবচেয়ে বড় প্রবলেম না পৃথিবীতে?
No, it's not like that. I'm just asking for any option is there or not.
There is an option because the thing there is no way for me to monitor how grave or how important the situation is for the individual, right?
Yeah.
I'll answer your question right now. What's the backup plan?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So attendance is mandatory according to Brack University guideline this semester. I'll let you know what to do. Marks, the Brack University rule is that 90% and above you get 5 out of 5. But I may be lenient about this. Some teachers are saying that they might make it 85 and above. Okay, so by Friday we'll get a good picture. So this will change. So the may change actually. So after the 5 these things we've already discussed. BRACU requires you to keep your camera on. Okay, if you have problem regarding keeping your camera on, please take formal permission from the program office. BRACU may provide updated guidelines, and if they do, we'll share it with you. আচ্ছা ক্লাস অ্যাসেসমেন্টস একটু আগে বললাম টার্নিটিন করব আমরা আচ্ছা the day আচ্ছা these ones was already assessed as well time bound exam আচ্ছা the lady who said that she has to travel a lot there will be no makeups so how do we address the problem we address the problem with I will take 3 assessments like this, assignments and time-bound exams, okay? But I will take more than 3. So if I take 4, it will be best 3 out of 4. If I take 5, it will be best 3 out of 5. Okay, so and after 3, if I declare that number 4 and number 5 are optional, and if you are happy with your particular average, then you don't have to sit for number 4 and number 5. Okay? And if you're not happy with your average or for whatever reason, one of the 3 was not satisfactory, or you had to miss it for whatever reason, then you sit for number 4 and 5. Is that a fair deal?
Yes, sir.
So because
Yes, sir. That's great.
it's not humanly, possible for me to identify how important a person's problem really is. So there won't be makeups, but since these things can happen, unexpected problems, so I'll be addressing it like that. Best 3 or 5 or best 3 or 4, whatever. The worst, at least one of the worst ones will not be calculated in the final average. So after 3 assessments, if you're happy with say 85% in that particular slot, and if you see that 85% is A minus, you're happy with an A minus, then you don't have to sit for number 4 and 5. And once I declare that from now on, all the assessments will be optional, if they're optional. If you take, you take. If you don't want to take, you don't take. Okay. So this is how we'll be addressing the makeup issue. So once I have declared necessary assessments have been done, for example, I declare after 4, then all assessment thereafter will be optional. If you are happy with, say, the average of the first 4 assessments or 3, depending on how the semester pans out, you do not need to take the rest. So that will, this is something totally depending on your university. The midterm is 30 marks and the final exam will be 40 marks. Till now, BRACU plans to take in-person midterm and final exams. The guidelines will be given to you later on. And in-person means you have to give a written exam for 2 hours or whatever. And if there is a change in the guideline, I will be acting accordingly. So that's why I'll try to take a few assessments as soon as possible. After, how do I share the assessments? The class assessments will be online. So what I'm going to do, once I check the assessments, I'll upload in the Google Drive. Okay. So I'll upload in the Google Drive, you can check your marks. And I think all of you are familiar with this type of digital pen nowadays, right? When you use it for writing on a... So so whatever you submit, I will be checking it online with this pen. So there will be comments and etc. So I'll upload in the Google Drive, you can check it from there. In the Google Drive, I will also upload today's lectures, any PDF, any textbooks, etc. will be made in the Google Drive available. Okay. So, and these will be done just after the class. You have to give me 2 hours or something like that. So I shall share all assessments through Google Drive. Any online scripts or any, say, if we have any oral assessment, a Viva or something, that will also be made available in Google Drive. But midterm and final exam, this is something I need to be clear about. Acha, you know very well that when we had in-person classes, আমরা midterm and final exam scripts কিন্তু জমা দেই after the semester, তাই না?
Yes, sir. Yes,
মানে
sir.
midterm scripts আমরা তোমাদেরকে দেখাই, দেখানোর পরে we submit it at the office at the end of the semester. Final exam scripts we don't show you, but they are made available if you have any queries. ঠিক আছে, and usually our final exam I give lot of comments why this is this, why this is that. So if you have any queries, those physical scripts will be in the submitted to the office and you can check from there. Okay, the final one, midterm, I will definitely be showing to you, so that won't be a problem.
Sir, can we know the marks of the final if we can't see the script, the paper?
আমি এই পর্যন্ত জানাই নাই ফাইনাল মার্কস কোন সময়।
আচ্ছা স্যার,
আমি এই পর্যন্ত জানাই নাই। এখন if somebody else does, that's their what do you call it, ওই এটা প্রবলেমটা হয় কোথায়? shall I tell you?
yes sir.
হ্যাঁ, প্রবলেমটা হয় কোথায়? আচ্ছা, let me pause. Okay, so if you have any doubts, the scripts will be made available, and as all the time আমি জমা দিয়ে দেই এতে। আচ্ছা, তাহলে আবার we go back to share screen. আচ্ছা, all the material, whether that is a video recording, whether that is your online scripts, whether that's slides of today, PDF of text, etc., they will all be made available in this link. আমি একটু পরে পাঠিয়ে দিব, ঠিক আছে? Any supplementary material will also be shared in the Google Drive. So you just do this. Acha, this is something I have to read, which is mandatory. The Hippocrates Oath. Those here, are you familiar with the word Hippocrates Oath?
जी sir, I think doctor the need medical personnel there.
আমরা শুরু করেছিল হিপোক্রেটাস নামে এক ইয়ে ছিলেন, যে গ্রিক physician. So since doctors have to be very careful with a patient because the doctor might end up killing the patient, if the doctor is not careful. So that's why before starting any treatment, doctors used to take this Hippocrates oath. It came after that person's name, Hippocrates. So I'll have to also just read this. This is from your student guideline. 1, I will not cheat, use unfair means, join intentionally or unintentionally any online or offline group in which exam answers are posted or discussed, or engage in any behavior that would commonly be deemed to be academically unethical. 2, I will immediately notify the course teacher of any such activity or online or offline groups that I become aware of. 3, I acknowledge that I may be suspended or expelled from BRAC University if I am found to have engaged in any unethical behavior. Finally, BRAC U is strict on cheating, plagiarism, and copying. Acha, BRAC U is strict on plagiarism, but BRAC U cannot detect one thing, and that's called contract cheating. Has anybody heard about contract cheating? Huh? No?
No sir.
No, sir.
Contract cheating হচ্ছে suppose there's an online exam. Is there any 100% proof that I took my exam or somebody did not take my exam on my behalf? এটা হতে পারে না? Suppose I give an assignment somebody else writes it for you and writes on your behalf.
Yes, it can be happened.
That can be, and not only that, there are also lots of commercial firms who will sell you a essay at a price, ঠিক আছে? And they will guarantee that you will get an A. This is a very, very big industry in the UK. It's called contract cheating. So, actually, এটা আমরা কিভাবে define করব? If somebody script is too good to be true, I might send an email asking to have a little interview with them. I won't do that with everybody. Last semester I did that with everybody, and I couldn't manage it. This semester, what I'll do, if I find somebody's script to be a little bit, too good to be true, আছে না? বেশি চকচক করছে। বেশি চকচক করলে তো এটা সোনা নাকি সিটি গোল্ড, গড নোস, তাই না? তো সেই ক্ষেত্রে I'll send an email যে এই 4-5 জনকে যে I'd like to have a little discussion with you, ঠিক আছে? And then if you can convince me that you wrote it on your own, then I will apologize and I will just sorry bhai, আমার ভুল হয়েছে। Okay, ঠিক আছে? So this is just to ensure that the practices are as fair as possible. And from my previous experience from last semester, I found that when students wrote in their own words, they wrote much better than they did copy and paste. Some people did do that, and they got caught, and I had to penalize them very brutally. But those who wrote in their own words, I mean, from my personal experience, I found that they did quite well. So whatever you do, write on your own. Acha. This is not applicable for us. We don't have any foreign friends in the course where everybody knows Bangla and English. So আমরা মাঝে মাঝে যদি দরকার হয় আমরা বাংলা কথা বলবো. If you feel comfortable talking in Bangla, no problem. আমরা এখানে we are here to learn. Okay, so that brings us to the end of part 2, where we discuss different components of the course and how everything will be assessed. Does anybody have any questions? And then I'll move on to part 3. Does anybody have any questions regarding this particular part?
No, sir.
No, sir. Thank you.
Or everybody's happy?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Your outline
Yes,
is
sir.
quite flexible.
Sorry?
You have made it
Sir, I
easier for us.
Then I'll stop it.